guys, my name is Cynthia Dimdis and I'm going to show you guys how I got these heatless curls. For these curls, I used long socks. So I used 5 of these and then 5 scrunchies. These you could get at any drugstore. I got at Rite Aid and it came with a pack of like 20. And then these long socks I stole from my boyfriend. So if you guys want to see how I got these heatless curls, keep watching. So I want to say my hair is about 60% dry and 40% wet. This is totally up to you. The more wet you have it, the tighter the curl is going to be. The more on the dry side you have it, the looser the curl is going to be. So I have it more on the dry side. I'm going to put this Saint and Sinner Styling Potion. So it's pretty much a cream and it helps with frizz and smoothing it out a little bit just because my ends tend to get really dry, especially when I do braiding methods on it. So I'm going to just put that throughout my hair just to add some shine and to help eliminate some of the frizz. Pretty much these socks are going to be acting like a curling iron wand. So you're pretty much just going to be wrapping your hair around it and then letting it dry and it's going to curl in that form. I'm going to save these front sections for last. If you guys have longer hair, you guys can do it with the rest of your hair.
Okay, so I'm starting with the section from the crown of my head to the back of my ear. And I like taking pretty big sections. The bigger sections you take, the looser and bigger the curl is going to be. The smaller section, the smaller and tighter the curl is going to be. I put the sock there and clip it from the back. And I grab that section and go over the sock first and start twirling it around the sock. So now what I'm going to show you right now is that if you want a tighter curl, you're going to have less of a gap between the top hair and the bottom hair. If you want a looser curl, you're going to have more of a gap, as you see here. So tighter like this and then looser like that. I want it looser, so I'm going to have more of a space in between each twirl and try to have an even amount of space in between every single twirl so it could be an even curl. And then once you get to the end, go ahead and tie it off with a scrunchie. Make sure that the ends are nice and flat and don't have them crumbled up in there because then you're going to have crazy looking ends if you just squish it in there. So there it is, nice and flat. And then I take the top of the sock and the bottom of the sock and tie it off into a knot. So as you see right here, it's just going to tie off into a knot and squeeze it nice and tight so it could stay there and not fall out of place. So now I am taking another pretty big section, and like I said, this is up to you. I'm clipping it so the sock can stay in place. I'm grabbing the section from underneath and going over the sock and then twirling it around the sock. And then once you get to the end, again, try to keep those ends nice and flat. So then just tie it off with a scrunchie. And then once you go ahead and do that, you can go ahead and tie the sock into a knot, like I'm going to show you right now. Okay, next section, I clip the sock. I take a section from the crown of my head to the back of my ear, and I bring it forward and twist, going over the sock first, and then around underneath, and just twist around that sock all the way through. Try to hold it in place. It starts getting wiggly, so just try to have good tension so it doesn't become loose and flimsy. And then I just tie it off with a scrunchie at the bottom and tie that section into a knot. And then once I'm done doing that, my back sections, I split it in two because it was a pretty big section. So I split it in two, clip the sock and do the same thing, go over the sock and tie around. So if you guys need less socks, that's totally fine. I just have a lot of hair, so I use a lot of socks, but I did take big sections because I do want my sections to be looser. So I go ahead and tie it off, and then that is that. And then I'm going to split my bangs how I want it to lay, which is in the middle. I'm going to do the same thing and wrap it around the sock. And then I use a shorter sock just because my bangs are shorter, so I don't need the long sock. I tie that side, and then the other side I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing, twist over and around the sock. And then since these are shorter, the ends try to stick out, so just go really fast and try to tie those suckers into place. And then I'm going to go ahead and unclip and tie that sock into place. So once I'm done with that, I'm letting it dry. And then once it's dry, I'll show you guys the results. Here we go. So as you can see, I got a little curl on my bang section, which looks pretty good. And I am untying the rest. And it's looking pretty good so far. I'm actually really happy, judging from my smile, you can tell. So I'm gonna go ahead and untie the rest of my hair. And the top sections are a little shorter. So as you can see, my bang right here is kind of cray-cray. So if that happens, you can go over with a hot tool, or I'm just gonna spray some water and I'm gonna kind of tame it. But the rest looks pretty good. So the whole bottom section looks really good. It's just those top pieces that I need to fix. I'm gonna spray some water on it and twirl it into place, as you're gonna see right now. I'm just gonna use a comb, and then with my finger, I'm gonna go ahead and twist it with the rest of my hair right over here. Just kind of make it go into place how I want it to sit. And I'm going to use these no crease clips and just put them on my bang so I can have it laying down nice and flat. Right over here, as you can see right here, I'm going to lay it down nice and flat. And now I'm going to go in with Amika matte texture spray to just add some volume and texture in my hair. I am going to flip my hair upside down and shake up my roots a little bit. And then as you can see, I'm going to have a lot more volume and the curls are opened up. And now I just keep using my hands and fingers to shape my hair how I want it to lay. So right here, the front pieces are bugging me a little bit, but I just keep twisting them and then they kind of fall into place. And now I'm just going to add a little more texture spray because I want some more volume up in my roots. So I just spray it there and just keep shaking it until I am satisfied. The thing I love about this look is that you can make it as tight or loose as you guys want it. If you guys wanted it more tighter, you could have started with the hair a little more wet or even tied it closer together around the sock. That also helps make it tighter, but I like it pretty loose. So this is my final look. I hope you guys like it. Don't forget to show me some love, like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.